Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a workshop tour. I've done one a couple of months ago, so if you haven't watched that one, I'll put a link to that one down below. Just to show you what's been happening in the workshop lately. Little bits changed. Before we get into the video, then, if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, so this is the parts boxes, and we've got like tools, tire glue and all that stuff, FTX parts, Revo parts. We've got 1/8 scale parts, we've got 1/10 scale parts, we've got 1/5 scale parts, we've got HPI parts, we've got wrenches, we've got LiPo connectors, we've got LiPo charge cables, we've got body shell scissors, we've got body shell reamers, we've got pinion gears, we've got small wrenches, we've got thread lock, we've got glow plugs, we've got screws and glues, and yeah. So yeah, up there we've got quite a bit of core RC colour. I used to use a lot of that, but I've gone to airbrush now, so you know, they come in handy, but you know, I'll keep them just in case I need them, because you never know when you're going to need them at some point. Okay, so let's start on this shelf. Yes, so this was my Traxxas Revo I've bought from the Facebook Marketplace. Used it for, I went out about 2 or 3 times, and the engine decided to pack up. So you know, instead of buying another engine for that one, I decided to buy a new one, which you'll see in a minute. We've got parts up there, which is a blackout, which you'll see in a bit. Actually bought a starter box from my local hobby shop. So my thoughts and a review on that coming soon. Yeah, that's interesting, that one is. Okay, so over here we've got the FTX Banzai drift car, but it's now a Subaru with the exhaust, and it's got like a 2-tone colour paint. This is a purple, and then it goes green. There we go. So this one here is a Tamiya TT02 Ford GT Mark II. Not very often I take it out. I think I'm going to put a 2S system. I've got a 2S system to put in the 4 GT, so probably put a 2S system in it. Okay then, so this is the beast of the Traxxas Revo. Someone told me to do a video on this, on steering and performance and that. But just ain't had time yet, but I will do a video. On that, because he recently just purchased one, and he said, you know, he hope he don't regret it, but I will promise you this: you will not regret buying a Revo. I bought this one brand new, and never regretted it since. What I do regret is letting my cameraman drive it. That's what I do regret, because he crashed it and I've had to fix it today. So that's all fixed, ready to go. So, this is me HPI Funhaver drift car. Actually haven't taken this out a lot, but at some point I will get these drift cars out and have a bit of a drift session. Okay, so down here is a 1/8 scale HPI trophy truggy. 4.6cc, size 28 engine. Yeah. So it is a truggy, not a buggy. There it is, truggy. So it's like some videos I've posted and they've said buggy, but it's actually a truggy. So it's a bit bigger than your average buggy, but and it's smaller than the monster truck. So that's a monster truck. That's a truggy because it's smaller than a monster truck and it's bigger than a buggy, so they called it a truggy. Okay, so this is the Subaru Impreza WR8 1/8 scale rally car, which has got a G 3.0 HO engine, which is high output engine, and obviously it's the really good. Got a good amount of speed, and you know, it holds a tune very well. But these are the sort of RC cars, ones like this that you don't need a starter box with, but that's another video. I've got my own opinions on that starter boxes, but we'll do a video on that. Okay, so this is a 1/8 scale Co-Rally Jambo. It's got amazing power. Can't fault the power, but the parts on it are just, you know, cheap and cheerful. Really, they break really easy. So you know, the part on it is cheap enough, but you know, when you take it out the next day and it breaks again, it's a bit, you know. But I will fix it up and get it back out there. All it needs is a dog bone. Screw it back together, and there we go. But I will fix this up. Okay, so this is a FTX Canyon 1/10 scale XL. So it's you know, it's bigger than your average 1/10 scale. So it's more coming on to more 1/8 scale, I suppose. So I haven't actually used it. I've used it in the house, but I've actually not taken it out yet and used it. So if we get some snow in the UK, I will take this out in the snow, because that would be just awesome to go out in the snow with this. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that one. But okay, so under here we've got me Sky RC T100 charger. I've got another one behind these batteries. We've got Traxxas starters. We have got a roto start for my Savage. In this box we've just got a box full of parts and servos and all that stuff. These are all my body shells. I did sort all my body shells out. I've put some in my shed because you know, I've got way too many now. So I've kept the ones that I want to keep and use, and my rubbish ones have gone in the shed. But obviously I've got me metal nickel hydride batteries around here, and everything as well. Here we've got my camera stand. Right, okay, so this is me compressor for my airbrush. I got this from Amazon. It cost me about £80 or something like that. But you get an airbrush with it, but I would recommend getting a different airbrush because this one ain't that brilliant, to be honest. got my airbrush cleaner. I've got my lamp if it works. Yep. Got my old lamp. And got my fan when I'm airbrushing. But, you know, I paint my tank. So, them paints don't really have any fumes or they're not toxic. So, you don't really need a fan. Depends what kind of paints you're spraying, really. But, okay, so, this is my 1/5 scale Roven Baja 5B with a aluminum air filter, which I have to get a different air filter because every time I run this thing, it ends up coming loose, as you can see. So so I'm gonna get a different air filter in the summertime, and take this to the beach. So I'm gonna get some sand tires, some paddle wheels for the rear. Obviously don't put them on the front, just put them on the rear. And then take it to the beach, hopefully, anyway. So absolute beast this is. But got me box art on the walls as well, just to make my walls look a bit better than just plain white. But got transmitters here, because they all won't fit on my bottom shelf, so I've got my transmitter for the truck just underneath this shelf. Obviously that's the transmitter for my WR8, and then that's the transmitter for this car here. Okay, so next shelf. This is the most recent one I've got. This is a 1/5 scale 2-stroke gas Maverick Blackout MT. So I got some parts up there for it, which are like gears and etc. for the gearbox. Massive wheels. I had to take the wheels off because it wouldn't fit on the shelf otherwise. So but it sounds absolutely awesome. It's got a straight pipe, so there it is. 30cc engine, and that one's a 29cc engine. But okay. And then down here we have my 1/8 scale HPI Savage X 4.6 big block, and with the custom body shell on it as well. Just cut them holes out at the front because I did have lights on it, but I used them for something else. Okay, so here we've got the Traxxas Rustler. This is not working at the moment because you know, the gears are knackered, so I've got to buy a new diff for this car, and then we can get back out there. Did upgrade it to 3S, and then it turned into 6S. So once I've got the new differential, I can then get the car back together and back out there. Okay, obviously this is underneath this one, it is the Revo, the old one. That I had to take parts off to fix my new one. Well, newish one. So, but that's just like for spares and that, which is handy. Underneath is a 6S Armour Notorious 1/8 scale. Yeah, this needs a bunch of parts as well, which I will get soon enough. But or I might just buy a whole new car, and yeah, just try and make it as fast as I can. But we'll see. It's so much to do, but not enough time to do it really. So under the last shelf, just some like wheels and that, quite a few wheels for the Revo, the Notorious, FTX, Rustler and all that stuff, and then top wheels for me Co-Rally Jambo. All the transmitters, well, some of them, some of the transmitters, they're down here, they're underneath this shelf, they're there, they're up the top, and they're everywhere else. So, but, I've also got my mask for airbrushing. But, okay, so I've got me. This is the tyre that I blew up. So when I went to the Rustler, I sent the Rustler to the moon, and mid-air it blew up the wheel. So these are my Ken Block Rally Cross wheels. So just got to clean them up. I've got a cordless rotary tool set. Can Monster, fuel bottle. That is the RC tank parts. What was left of my RC helicopter. Some wheels. My 6S motor, which goes in my Rustler. Spare fuel tank, which was out my FTX Sorrow. And then that is the 3S that I had. That was the 3S that I had in my Rustler before I put the 6S in. Okay, so we've got some drift wheels. We've got my oils, my sprays and all that stuff here. So we've got after-run oil, differential oil, we got you know, air filter oil, we've got Traxxas oil here, we've got Fast Trax air filter oil, we've got HPI air filter. Oh, and then yeah, so we've got HPI air filter oil, we've got WD-40 3-in-1 oil, which I spray in my 1/5 scale gas cars, and then we've got some differential oil, and then we've got some shock oil as well. So down here we've got my airbrush paints, airbrush cleaners, and you know, your reducers like thinners, and then we've got my MIG acrylic colours for me tank and all that stuff, bits and bobs there. And then we've got me engine. I don't know if that works actually, pretty sure that does work, but I've got to get a carb for it, some more clutch shoes. That one's missing, but we'll see if it works one time. We've got some double-sided tape, we've got some glow starters, some of them rubbish battery things, we've got a wheel wrench for me Revo, we've got wheel wrench for me 1/5 scale gas, some masking tape for the shells, and then in there we've got the Roven Baja air filter. Down there is some airbrush parts in there, cotton buds, and then in this pot here we've got my Traxxas Rustler screws in it, ready for when I put it back together. Oh, we've got me temperature gun, which I always take with me when I'm using nitro or gas, just to check the temperature. I've got my battery checker, a few drivers there, sponges and all that. We got me sprays down there, some more spray paint. Okay, so up here then, so this is me local hobby store. So if I need anything, I just ring them up. And then this is all me cleaner stuff, like we've got muck off cleaner, which is really good stuff to get all the mud off your vehicles and all that stuff. We've got a bit of fuel here, fuel bottles. I've got me 2-stroke oils, bit more fuel down there, some nitro cleaner. We've got some muck off stuff down there for me body shells and that, and we've got some big bottle of Lucas oil for me air filters on me bar. Okay, so here we've got all me RC information, and then we've got me sticker sheets and all that stuff in there. And then in this one we have got all my manuals. So I've got every single manual for every single car I have. So I'll keep them all in this metal tin things, these mesh things, just to keep everything neat and tidy. Okay, so that is a FTX Carnage chassis, which I ripped the hell out of it, and you know, I bent the chassis. So that is the actually first chassis I've ever bent ever since I've got back into this hobby. Okay, so this is the parts vault. So got load of tapes, load of body clips because I always lose them, pull starts, fuel tubing, Traxxas parts, armor parts, HPI part. We even got a spare glow starter. We've got wheels, we've got touring car wheels, we've got rally wheels, drift wheels. We have battery chargers. We have body posts, we've got oils, we've got drift wheels up there which are brand new. So yeah, we've got FTX parts as well. We've got heat shrink, just in case I do any soldering. We've got parts for the HPIs, so we've got loads of parts there. So we've got spare air filters for the Savage. We got marine grease, which is an awesome grease. Okay, and this is the workbench. So got my awesome body shell here, which is a 2013 Ken Block car. Rest in peace. Just got to clean this up, and then it will be hanging up on the wall somewhere. I just got to find a space for it first, because the last time I went out we had a blast with this thing. So absolutely awesome body shell. Over here we've got me pot full of some of my tools, pliers, hex wrenches, you know, knives and all that stuff. We have got FTX Carnage parts, why they're all there in a minute. We've also got some Revo parts as well, just from the spare Revo, because I had to get the parts off that Revo to put on a new one. Okay, so This is the FTX Carnage, which I have upgraded. So this has got some. This is quite upgraded now. So we've got the arms, we've got the shock holders, we've got suspension holders and all that stuff. So body posts, carbon fiber shock towers, and then the rear as well. And then we've just got to put the tuned pipe on it, and then we've got to get some heat protective tape to put on the body shell so it don't melt the body shell. But we got to get aluminum shocks, and then aluminum hex things, whatever they're called, and then something. Oh, we got to get some rear hubs, which are aluminium as well. I swear there's something else, but can't remember now. But yeah, looking much better. So oh, we've got to get a front bumper as well, because the last one snapped and I don't have another one, which I thought I did. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and you know, in a few months' time there will be another update on the workshop. Thank you for watching. Till next time then, goodbye for now.